In the past, capturing live TV, gaming footage, or home videos meant using large devices with complex wiring and limited portability. Internal TV tuner and capture cards were once the go-to solutions for recording video directly to a PC, but they required hardware installation and were confined to a single machine. Today, tech advancements have made video recording easier and more compact than ever, and that's where this little guy comes in. This is the ClonerAlliance Box Pro Pocket. The idea with this device is that you can record high-quality video with very minimal setup. This pocket-sized device supports 1080p resolution, works smoothly with laptops and gaming consoles, and connects via USB for easy plug-and-play. Whether you're a content creator, gamer, or just want to digitize old footage, this little guy is a high-performance solution that fits right in your pocket. So the burning question is this product truly worth that asking price? Well, let's first start by unboxing it. Unboxing the device and you'll find the ClonerAlliance. There are also batteries, a handy remote, a receiver cable, and a very simple user manual. Now let's look at the unit itself because you get quite a bit for such a compact device. One of the standout features of the Box Pro is its 3-inch screen. It's small, but honestly, it's a game changer for a capture device. With a built-in display, you just don't need to hook it up to an external monitor to see what you're recording. It's all right there. Obviously, the size isn't exactly generous, but it's still big enough to check footage, navigate settings, and preview recordings without too much hassle. It's definitely more convenient than having no screen at all, and it saves you from constantly hooking up an external monitor. That being said, while the screen is super convenient, it's not the best resolution for the price in my opinion. It gets the job done, but don't expect razor-sharp detail like a high-end tablet or phone screen. The brightness is pretty good, although I will say in really bright environments, glare can be a problem. Also, it's not a touchscreen, which feels like a missed opportunity, especially since so many devices these days use touch controls. Still, for a dedicated video recorder, having a built-in display is a huge plus. It adds to the device's portability and ease of use, making it perfect for quick setups and on-the-go recording. The buttons are pretty straightforward. There's a D-pad for navigation, a record button, and a playback button to check your footage. You can adjust your input settings like RCA, HDMI, and more directly from the device. On the side, you've got ports for plugging in your SD card or USB drive to store footage. On top, there's a multimedia input port for your video and audio cables. Plus, it has a mic input if you want to record audio separately, which is a nice extra. If you're using it for streaming or long recordings, you can hook it up to a 12-volt power supply so you don't have to rely on the battery. Now let's talk about usability because it's a key factor here. The menu system is pretty straightforward. You can choose from different recording resolutions, ranging from 1080p down to 720. So although we don't have any 4K recording, 1080 is more than good enough for most online content. Having said that, this can handle a HDMI input up to 4K. However, keep in mind that this is not a 4K recorder, it's more purely for the pass-through. It supports recording up to 1080p at 60 frames per second and has a max storage capacity of 512 gigabytes from either the USB or SD slot. Now, setting up the ClonerAlliance Box Pro Pocket for use is a pretty straightforward process. The first step is to connect your source device, whether it's an old camcorder, gaming console, or any other device with an RCA, VGA, or HDMI output. For camcorders that use RCA, simply plug the appropriate cables into the video and audio ports on your camcorder and then connect them to the corresponding ports on the captured device. You'll then select the correct input source on the device using the on-screen menu, either AV, HDMI, or VGA, depending on what you're hooked up to. You'll need to decide where you want to store your captured footage by selecting the storage device, which can either be a micro SD card or a USB drive. Once everything's set up, simply press the record button to begin recording, and when you're done, hit it again to stop. It's a pretty simple process. Once that's done, press the playback button on the device or remote to bring up the playback menu. During playback, you can pause, rewind, fast forward, or stop the video by using the arrow or OK buttons. Honestly, for most who get a device like this, they really aren't going to be wanting to hook it up to an external screen. In my opinion, you really don't need to, but if you want to, you can simply hook up to a HDMI screen. For those moments when you want to capture a still from the video, the snapshot button on the remote lets you take screenshots while the video is playing. It's a simple yet handy feature for reviewing specific moments. Say if you're creating gaming content, this could be a great way to get a thumbnail. Now, the ClonerAlliance box makes connecting to your PC super easy. It really doesn't matter where you're trying to record footage or stream straight to, like YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook, as the device makes that process super easy. Just hook the device up to your PC, then head to the ClonerAlliance website to download the helper software. Thankfully, it's free, so no extra purchases are required of you. You could also use something like OBS if you're streaming, which gives you a bit more customization, but overall, I have to admit the ClonerAlliance helper really keeps things simple. It's not hard to navigate at all. Just use the software to start capturing or streaming to whatever platform you're using. It's truly that straightforward, and I believe this is the core concept here. The box just makes everything that little bit easier and faster to do. During my usage, I didn't notice any audio or video lag myself, but I'm running a pretty powerful machine. If you're looking for more control though, OBS is awesome for streaming. It's pretty much the go-to for a lot of people because it lets you customize things a lot more. The only thing I will say is to just make sure your PC's got enough juice. If it's an older or slower machine, it might struggle even with just a 1080p stream. If you do notice a bit of lag, tweaking the latency settings in your software should do the trick. If you're using software like OBS or the ClonerAlliance helper, the mic audio will sync right into your stream or recording, so you can focus on your content without worrying about any audio issues. One of the coolest features of the ClonerAlliance Box Pro Pocket is the schedule recording option. This is a total game changer if you want to capture something automatically, like recording a show, gameplay, or any event without having to be there to press the record button. With schedule recording, you can set the device to start recording at a specific time and date, whether it's once, daily, or even weekly. This means you can be capturing footage without lifting a finger. You can then also set it to automatically stop after a set amount of time, so you don't have to worry about cutting off your recording prematurely. To be honest, even if it's just a few minutes or actually even several hours, the Box Pro Pocket will be able to do it automatically without you having to do anything. I think that's pretty impressive actually. So who exactly is the ClonerAlliance Box Pro Pocket for? Well, it really is for anyone from streamers to those who love capturing old school footage, streaming retro games, or digitizing vintage tapes. I can't deny this device is a rather perfect fit all round. It's just super easy to use, and the fact that it's all in one means you don't need any other equipment, just this little guy. The compact design combined with that 3-inch built-in screen makes it incredibly convenient for people who want a simple, quick setup. Now, as for the price, coming in at around $250 may seem like a bit of an investment, but honestly, for what you're getting, it's worth it. For people who need a no-fuss, easy-to-use, all-in-one capture device, it's a solid deal. As always, be sure to check this product out in the link in the description. Let me know what you think. Till next time.